بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد صلاة ترضيك وترضيه وترضى بها عنا مولانا رب العالمين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Alhamdulillah, with Allah's barakah, we are blessed once again to be together, this blessed majlis again, to continue the teaching, the book Al-Fath Al-Rabbani, Sublime Revelation by Sayyidina Mawlana Al-Imam Muhyiddin Abdul Qadir Al-Jailani Qaddasallahu Sirruhu Al-Aziz. May Allah grant us the barakah of ilm, knowledge for the best of our dunya and akhirah. Ameen. So today we start with 50th discourse, inshallah. May Allah grant us the barakah of this ilm. Abdul Qadir will read, inshallah, today's portion.
Concentrate on correcting yourself. Give up idle gossip and the craziness of this world. Rid yourself of its cares as far as you can. As the Prophet ﷺ used to say, rid yourselves of the cares of this world as far as you can. O you who are so ignorant of this world, if you really knew it, you would not go looking for it. If it comes toward you, it gives you trouble, and if it turns away, it leaves you in distress. If you really knew Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you would know all the rest through Him. But you are ignorant of Him, His messengers, His prophets, and His saints. Woe unto you! Can you not learn a lesson from those who have gone before and their experience of this world? You must seek deliverance from it, cast off its clothing and run away from it. Cast off the clothing of the lower self and travel to the door of the Lord of Truth subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you are divested of the lower self, you are divested of everything apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Since everything apart from Him attaches to the lower self, you must turn away from your own lower self. Then you may see your Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala. Submit to Him and you will be saved. Strive in His cause and you will be guided aright. Give thanks to Him and He will add more unto you. Submit you and creatures to Him. Do not resist Him, whether on your own behalf or on behalf of other people. The people of the Lord have no wish besides their wish for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they have no preferences beside their preference for Him. They are not greedy in pursuit of their own allotted shares, nor do they covet the shares allotted to others. If you wish to enjoy the companionship of the people of the Lord in this world and the hereafter, you must yield to Him in compliance with His words, His workings, and His will. But I see that you have taken the opposite approach and have made it your regular habit to contradict Him and challenge Him by night and by day. He says to you, do, and you do not do, as if He were the servant and you the one to be served. Glory be to Him, how much He tolerates. Were it not for His tolerance, you would experience the opposite of what you have now. If you wish for success, you must practice quietness in His presence, quietness of the outer and also of the inner. Asking constitutes bad manners in my opinion, and I consider it acceptable only as a special concession. You must carry out his commandment, observe his prohibition, comply with his decree, and keep your outer and your inner calmly speechless in his presence. Then you will experience what is good in this world and the hereafter. Do not ask creatures for anything, for they are weak and poor, incapable of bringing harm or benefit to themselves or anyone else. Be patient with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not try to make him hurry things up or hold them back. Harbor no doubts about him, for he is more compassionate toward you than you are to you. This is why one of the wise said, "What is more to me than I am?" You must practice conformity to him, subhanahu wa ta'ala, for he knows you better than you do. He does not make you aware of everything in which there is some benefit, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, but it may happen that you hate a thing which is good for you, and it may happen that you love a thing which is bad for you. Allah knows and you know not.
It said once, the ulama, how they explain about the reality of the life and death. They said life and death met together, and they said to each other that death said, "Why the people dislike me and loves you?" The death saying to life, "Why the people dislike me and loves you?" Life said, "Because I am sweet lies and you are bitter truth, bitter reality." We cannot remember the day we were born. Can you remember the day you born? No one. I think only Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam. But we are unable to, for sure. But we know about death because we can see. Can see, and we see the people who they left, and we can see the graves. In your life, if you want to live happy life, you will build houses, you live in a luxurious areas, neighborhoods. You might even choose to migrate somewhere else because you like that country, and then spend a lot for your needs in this life. But when we see al-qubur, all alike, same. It doesn't matter if you build a big grave or small grave, decorate, no, doesn't matter. The simpler the better, of course. And also, no one will spend a lot for that course. Very quiet place, no fear, nothing. And they said that they asked someone who is his house, he's an undertaker. The house is just within the cemetery, in fact. I have seen these houses inside their life, normal life. They said to him, don't be scared to live here. Say, why I should scare? I live with people whom in my absence they won't backbite me, and in my presence they won't harm me. Yani he lives. And a man came to Sayyidina al-Hasan al-Basri radiyallahu anhu and said, I want to live in a place where there is no backbite, there is no jealousy, there is no hasad, there is no this, there is no this. So Al-Hasan al-Basri said, I will take you to that place. Took him, went to the graveyard, cemetery. Say, here, you want to find what the description you talk about, you'll find it here only. Where else? And in the grave, there will be no argue, no, I can't go. Like Malak al-Maut, if he come, you say, Ya Israel, alayhi salam, give me 1 hour, just finish my contract. I say, yep, but there's no more. But for us, we know this reality. But do we work for it? Do anyone work for preparing for his afterlife, death, as he work for dunya? Sayyidina Ibrahim bin Adham said, the people claim things and they do something different. They claim that they're going to die, but the way they practice looks like they're going to live forever. Yeah. Second, they claim that a rizq, taqdeer, but they fight for it. So we claim something, and everyone will say, of course, we're going to leave, but the way we practice the life is totally different. What is the reason now that we are in this situation, while we know very sure that there will be death, and there will be question, and Allah question us, and why we are in this ghafla? This we call ghafla, heedlessness. He said, if you are heedless of death, Shaitan will enter through this heedlessness. Enter to that ghafla, Shaitan. Heedless. He will enter to you through that. It will make you feel that you are the best, you are like this, you are like that, Fir'aun reached to a moment, anyone who feels he's great, let him remember Fir'aun. Fir'aun said, Ana Rabbukum al-A'la, I am your mighty Lord. Because he has power. He was a king of the greatest kingdom at that time. His end, as you know, body floating on water, on the sea. Until now, you can see his body is still there for us to see. You want money, you think you are a billionaire, Qarun, real billionaire Qarun. He has no share market and this one, he has real gold. Real gold. That even the gold, the key is made of gold. Huh? And we have plenty of people who they have the same. Where are they now? They became what we call it history. But there is mystery also within that history. Why we know all of these things, and we know Allah question us, and we know, by the end of the day we work differently. Simply because what Sayyidina Shaykh here said, say work in constructing yourself, reform yourself. Like ourselves is weak. Now, if any of us able to buy whatever he wants, I can buy house, latest car, private jet, this. But does that mean I can buy everything? If I buy a house, can I buy home? House different from home. Home, the place of tranquility. Unable to do so. Can I buy the thinking of people? Hearts of people? No. The problem is you are around people, but you don't know. You don't have a machine that can, like special spiritual CT scan or MRI that shows you the intention of people. Do we have this machine now? Huh? I didn't hear about it. I'm not sure about it. But as far as I know, we don't have. You have this one to check heart rate and heart disease, but don't know the heart's feelings. That depend on action. In a hadith said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, try to empty your heart from dunya as much as you can. Try. Try to what? Your heart. If the dunya appear to us in its reality, you'll see very ugly face. Happiness, we forgot about it. But the trials and the ugly face of dunya happen because of bad incidents or harmful situation, we won't forget. All of us got fever, got sicknesses, but all of us for sure will remember COVID-19. We won't remember other than that. Huh? Someone who has passed many illness or sicknesses in his life, but he will remember still his bypass operation, for example. This one he will remember it. Many incidents in our life happy, but the bad incidents will remain. But no lessons. What we need, this is very important to know. We need to know how to deal with this life according to the verse of Quran. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. The goodnesses of this dunya and the goodnesses of akhirah. We are within the goodnesses of dunya, or working for it. Where is the goodnesses of akhirah? Do you know how much you have in the account of your akhirah now, as you know about the account of dunya? We know how much we have now. Everyone have apps. Easily can go and check. Why is that? Because we don't want to wake up from the sleeping, the nap we are taking about dunya, and prepare ourselves for the next with good deeds. In Surah Al-Kahf, this verse, the last verse of Surah Al-Kahf, وَمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو لِقَاءَ رَبِّهِ فَلْيَعْمَلْ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا. Whoever wants to meet his Lord, let him do good deeds. Any of your movement, any of your actions has a good deeds to do. You had an argument with someone, you can shout and scream, or you can be patient. So there's good deeds here. Any. Someone, you are driving the car and someone turn like this, but a bit dangerous situation. So what you're going to do? Horn, and then you follow him, you speed up and you do also the same. Want to show him. So now, see, you can do good deeds, isn't it? If he did that, you leave him say, Astaghfirullah al-Azim, Allahumma, ya akhi. Oh, you already did good deeds. And that's فَمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو لِقَاءَ رَبِّهِ. But you know where's the problem? The problem in this very short wisdom, but in a funny way. He said, a friend asked his friend, hey, I didn't hear your rooster. The sound, you know what you call this one? Rooster's scream, I don't know what they call it. Huh? Cannot be bark. No? Yeah, rooster's call or azan. But yeah, rooster sound, you know. Yeah, I didn't hear that. He said, oh, our neighbor were a bit complaining about it, so we slaughtered it. The wise man said, according to the story, whoever wants to wake up you from your sleep, along the history, his head to be chopped. We don't want to wake up from these lies. And in our life, he said, everyone mentioned about chicken. No one mentioned roaster at all. Because all of us think of filling up your stomach, not filling up our mind. Everyone wants to reach to triumph, success, best result, good end, good this one. But no one think of sincerity in working to reach to that. Don't think sincerity depend on reading only. Sincerity depend on, and success depend on reading. Success depend on sincerity also. Group of blind students at that time in Al-Azhar, final exam, all of them blind. Shaykh Al-Azhar at that time, he said, all of you bring students in like primary school or to help you to write, not anyone else. They find it difficult. Bring someone who's very, first, no trust. Can't bring anyone, and maybe he will, And plus is students in primary school or the Asian. So they find it a bit difficult. But anyway, they said, Allah will help, inshallah. One of them in the morning came, early morning, they met after Subuh, before they head to exam. He said to them, I know the questions today. There are four of them. And they are 1, 2, 3, 4. He mentioned to them the questions. Imagine that they all of them blind and talking to each other. They said, we know it's 5. He said 1 is optional. Like, depend on that. Say, how you came to know this? Say, I'll tell you later after the exam. SubhanAllah, all of them, they study these 4 questions and the answer is 1, 2, 3. When they went to exam, 4 questions came as he mentioned. And all of them got 90 plus results. Everyone was expecting them to get. So ask him, how you got this? He said, I was very sad that night when I went to sleep, and they said, Ya Allah, what is this? Yani, we are blind, but we need also respect. Not bring children to write for us just because we have to be trust. They have to trust us. So when I slept, I saw Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in my dream. He, don't worry, the question is 1, 2, 3, 4. Halas, go on. So when all of you, the question came, I know that, Alhamdulillah, I was right. Sincerity here, not in amal. Amal they tried, but when sincere, Allah will help. The things will come from different situation, from different direction. So in in our life, we need to know the secret of success, which is sincerity. If not, we will lose the sweetness of these feelings. There must be a sweetness for it. You work anywhere, anywhere in this world, in any company. There's something called 100% trust between employers and employees. No such things. The only 100% trust is when you trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakeel. I rely on, when you say Hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakeel or tawakkaltu ala Allah, you have to be sincere on that. The work, your work after this, have to be within that sincerity. If you say I trust Allah, anything is coming to you, you have to think of it. That is Allah's will. But it's not an end. Don't look to the book from the first chapter. Look to the last. The end of the story. How it's end. And how it's going to end. And if you want to put an end, you are unable to do so, because they might be different end. There is a story, I'm not sure is it true or not, but has a meaning. There's one day, what do you call it? Someone went to buy meat from a butcher shop. And then the owner of the shop, the butcher, he was looking to him and he came to him. Say, what are you buying? He was bargaining with the sales, He was buying 1 kg of meat and he said, I want like this, please don't too much fat. You say, no, we cannot do that. So they were in argue. So the owner of the big butcher shop came. He said, you want 1 kg? He said, yes. He said, no. Give him 5 kg bone meat and 5 kg boneless. He said, I don't have money to buy this. He said, it's on my account, on house. And every week you come, they 2 kg for you, for life. And if you need more, no problem. See, why is that? So are you not so-and-so, Ustad, so-and-so, teacher? He said, yes. Primary school teacher. He said, I was one of your students. Alhamdulillah, mashallah, see now my student remember me. Can I send you to home? Yeah. So he took him in a car and then he said to him, I want to tell you something. I was your student. And because of you, I was fired from the school. Huh? How is that? He said, I cheated and you got me. And you, khalas, because of that, you wrote and say, no forgiveness. That's how he's thrown out. So I found my way to work in a butcher shop. Then I became owner of butcher shop. Then after that, now I have 15 shops. And all those, when they graduate, my class, they are working for me. So I want to be thankful to you. Because if I graduate as an engineer or something, maybe I won't find work. So look, who will imagine things will work in such way? Many people want to be educated. Okay, be sincere and see how the things end. If you fail, that's not the end of the world. There is doors. Don't tell me. If you find yourself in a room Don't be panic. Because you are in that room through a door. It could be right, left, any direction. It could be in the top. It could be underneath. There must be an exit. And if there is no exit, you have to find an exit. You have to make an exit. And what Allah said, وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ, remember this, يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Whoever has taqwa, Allah will find an exit for him. A sign. يَجْعَل, not find. No. يَجْعَل, Allah will create an exit for him. So no give up. People with no belief, when they give up, what they do? Go up 20 stores, end of the life, finish. Suicide. Easy way for them. They have lost their life, they have lost the sweet of success, passing life in, they didn't know what's the next station, and they lost akhirah as well. ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam on his way to Medina, and he was alone with Sayyidina Abu Bakr. They don't know how the things will be, because when you come from Mecca after you spend all your life, they spend all their life there, and they're going to Medina. No. But he was sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna Allah ma'ana," all the way, Allah with us. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is with you, who can be against you? Ustad, follow. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with you, who can be against you? Inna Allah. If you are a rightful person and you say Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel, Allah will give you your rights. But if you are wrong and you said Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel, things will turn against you. So not anyone say Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel, we will win. He will win in a different way. Allah will take the things from you so that you will leave this world empty from any commitments. And that is something we have to think of. Now, there is another situation, also nice, again about teachers. Remarkable moments in the student's life that they were an what do we call it, prize giving to special people. So they were giving award, let's say, to one who is professor, and he was, very. So when he was on the entrance to the hall, he saw one old man was sitting there. He was also attending the program. When you look to him, that was his teacher. So he took his Ustad so and so, Assalamu alaikum. You remember me? He said, no, I am one of your students. Come, please. He brought him to the first line, to VVIP. And he seated there. And when he went to the stage to give talk, before he received, or when they received the award, the medal. So he was giving talk. He said, I want to say something. Today here, my teacher, so and so, and I want him to come to the stage. So that old man, the teacher, came to the stage. And he said, teacher, Ustad Fulan, you don't remember me for sure because I was not a top student, number one. Number two, you have seen thousands of students whom to remember. Happened with me sometime, I saw, happened with me always, like we meet sometime people, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam, how are you? You forgot me? Wallahi, I can't. I'm Ismail alayhi salam. First of all, Sayyidina Ismail. Yani. Or when you say Muhammad, Ya akhi, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina. No, you forgot me. Ya akhi, tell me when. 12 years ago, we met in one majlis. La ilaha illallah. 12 years ago, majlis, one time. And he wanted me to. Ya akhi, I don't know how to. So then, anyway, so he said, of course you want, but I will make you remember me. He said, I came from a very poor family. We don't have money, we don't have. But in my classroom, there were many of them very rich, very wealthy, not rich. Rich different from wealthy, by the way. Rich, you're happy with what you have. Wealthy, you want more. طمع. Then what happened? One of them went to washroom and he left his watch on the desk. So I took that watch. But that boy noticed this pair of, of his watch. So immediately he reported, and we said that the teacher yourself was entering into the class. And you close the door immediately. And he asked all students to face the wall and close their eyes. And you start searching in each pocket of all the students. And you find it in my pocket. But what you did, you didn't say anything. You continue searching in all pockets. Okay? You didn't stop. And you didn't mention. Then he gave the watch to its owner, and he didn't mention who's the thief. If you mention, I will be lost. I won't be here today receiving an award because I am PhD or professor. Therefore, the one who receive the award is yourself. So he took the award and gave it to his teacher. But the teacher said, look, I didn't know that you are the one. Even though he reminded me today, but I didn't know at that time. Don't think I know. I knew. I didn't know. Because I closed my eyes as well. I was closing my eyes as well when I was searching in the pockets of the students. Because I don't want to know who is he. So I won't look to him always. What type of teacher, student, to always remember sincerity in this situation? Huh? But the other issue, who will mention about these stories? Stories of scandal, Allahi, the newspaper, and you're ready. And they would spies and you become big. But good stories, no one. لا حول ولا قوة. 3 people never forget in their life, in your life. 3 people. The one who helped you in your trouble time, don't forget him. And the one who left you in your trouble time. And the one who put you in the trouble. These people to be remembered. But what to do for them? You mean to revenge? If you're able to change, the one who put you in trouble, he take you out of the trouble, that will be great. Now if you're going to revenge from everyone, no one will live peacefully in this world. We'll fight each other. But as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about the names of great people in Quran, those whom they call Al-Halim. Who's Al-Halim? The name Al-Halim, he's a patience with wisdom in the time of that. He's very patient. And there's one Sahabi, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, you have 2 attributes which Allah loves the most. Al-Hilm wal-Anat. Al-Hilm, you're very patient with calmness and wise. Wal-anat, you're very always, you won't be hurry in taking any decision. So there are lots of beautiful advices we can take. And please, we have sometimes people saying, oh, so and so should do that. Like husband and wife, if they have a quarrel, the wife will say, or the husband will say, any of them say, why he is not like that? You say, okay, don't wait for him to be good. You be good first. The one who become good, he is the one who receive the award first. The other one, he will just attend the function to see the award giving Yawm al-Qiyamah. Inshallah, Allah grant us to be among الذاكرين الشاكرين المؤمنين المتقين الذين يستمعون القول ويتبعون أحسنه. May Allah grant us to control ourselves, to control life, to work for this life, to work for hereafter. Not to forget that we are temporary here, not to forget that we have many things to do, not to forget our duties, not to forget that we have aims. One of the most important aims is that for us to be sincere, to be wise, and to work, inshallah, in this life as we're going to live forever, but to work for akhirah as though we are going to leave tomorrow. May Allah grant us to get the barakah of the noor of Al-Anbiya wal-Mursaleen through their stories in the Quran, especially Sayyidina al-Mustafa Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. May Allah protect us from evil of seen and evil of unseen. May Allah give us a barakah fi ad-deen wa dunya wal akhirah, and may Allah help us to be as He wants us to be. And this is a very difficult task, not to be as we want ourselves to be, and that's the easiest one. Now you want to be as He wants us, because the reward of it, it's deserved to pass it, inshallah. May Allah grant those whom they are sick with speedy recovery, inshallah. We have received calls from brother and sister about their families. May Allah grant them rahmah and speedy recovery, and also for those whom they passed away, may Allah grant them inshallah rahmah and maghfirah, shafa'at al-Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One of our very close brothers, Brother Akbar, Allah yarham, passed away long ago. His mother, a very nice, very pious lady in Singapore, Hajja Hawa binti Musa, just passed away this afternoon. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi. Although she was a very old lady and she needs help always, she sometimes come walking to a masjid to attend the classes, or sometimes by wheelchair, but she never miss. I really admire that. She go all the classes, that old lady. Yani ajib, Allah. So she just passed away. No one will miss her as the masjid will do, or the majlis, or the good deeds she used to perform. So may Allah grant rahmah and maghfirah al-marhuma al-Hajja Hawa binti Musa. اللهم اغفر لها وارحمها وعافها واعف عنها. اللهم اغفر لها وارحمها وعافها واعف عنها. اللهم اغفر لها وارحمها وعافها واعف عنها. اللهم اكرم نزلها ووسع مدخلها وتجاوز عن سيئاتها. اللهم جازها بالحسنات احسانا وبالسيئات عفوا وغفرانا. اللهم انقلها من ضيق القبر واللحود الى جناتك جنات الخلود، الى ظل ممدود وماء مسكوب، فاكهة كثيرة لا مقطوعة ولا ممنوعة، فرش مرفوعة، مع الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وارحم والدينا وارحم المسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات، وارض اللهم عنا بما رضيت به عن عبادك الصالحين، واجعلنا بعبادك المتقين هداة مهتدين لا ضالين ولا مضلين، وافتح علينا فتوح العارفين. اللهم اهدنا بهداك ولا تولنا وليا سواك، واجعلنا ممن يسارع في رضاك، ولا تجعلنا ممن خالف أمرك وعصاك. اجعلنا يا الله لآلائك من الذاكرين، لنعمائك من الشاكرين. وافتح علينا فتوح العارفين، واختم لنا عند الموت على حسن الخاتمة أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا، وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا ارحمنا وارحم والدينا، رب ارحمهم كما ربونا صغارا. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. ربنا آمنا بما أنزلت واتبعنا الرسول فاكتبنا مع الشاهدين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار يا عزيز يا غفار. وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على حبيبك سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، وعلى هذه النية بسر الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين، آمين. صلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون، وسلام على المرسلين، والحمد لله رب العالمين. تقبل الله منا منكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.